For the flowers on this sweater, we'll use a lazy daisy stitch. So you come up at the base of a petal and then back down right next to where you came up, leave a loop, and then come up at the end of the petal, pull it at an angle so it comes through nice and smooth, and then you pull the loop tight, not too tight, leave it a little loose, and then insert your needle back down on the outside of the loop to secure it. And then we do that again the whole way around, and it makes these fluffy petals with the bulky yarn. And if you missed part 1 of this sweater, go back and check that out. And make sure to follow along because I'm going to show you some different techniques you can use for sweaters. Now for the French knot in the center. I came up in the middle, I wrap my needle twice around the yarn. While I still hold on to the yarn with one hand, I push the needle back down right next to where I came up, and then gradually let go and pull it down through. For the leaf, I'm coming up at the top of the leaf because this will end up being the pointier side, and I want this side to be pointy. We're going to do a lazy daisy, so I insert my needle back down right next to where I came up, and then leave a loop, come up at the other end, pull it, and secure it on the outside by sending your needle back down through the fabric. We want to widen our leaf, so I'm going to come up inside the loop again and just make one straight stitch here in the middle of the lazy daisy, and that will just kind of widen the leaf a little bit. And then another French knot in the center of this flower. Don't pull too hard on your French knots or they may pop back through the other side. I'm switching to a medium weight yarn for these little dots. I just thought it looked better to do smaller French knots for the dots. And if you have a really hard time with the French knots, you could just make a little X instead, or even small little straight stitches. If you keep your stitches short, it will look somewhat rounded. And look how cute that looks. And now for rinsing, I always recommend dousing the design with some rubbing alcohol. You can get this super cheap. But the rubbing alcohol will rinse away any of the ink that was from the paper so that it doesn't bleed into the cotton of the shirt. Then let it soak in cold water, and then you can wash it in the washing machine, let it air dry if you can. And look how cute!